What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, like clockwork, another piece of hot trash gets released on the PlayStation 5. And it's not like a multi-platter. I mean a multi, it's a exclusive, if you will. Those coveted exclusives that they love so much. That's what's happening, right? So, this is what's happening. I'm gonna just let that play. I don't even know what that is. It's probably a IGN whatever. I don't care. It's gonna show some stuff. I haven't even watched it, so I don't even know what it is, but it doesn't matter. But what is important is this number right here. But you can't see the number, so I'm gonna have to go like this. I'm gonna do like this, and I have to go like this, because the website has to be difficult. There you go. Can't see it. Have to move it over. Bam. Look at how gooftastic that. I can't even. Gotta scroll down now. 38 out of 100. 8 based on 8, because nobody wants to play it. It's trash. That's why. And 143 user reviews, 2.5. Wow. Yeah, Code Violet seems like the hottest, trashiest game ever. And it's by the creators of, what is it, Fatal Era? Was that the name of the other game? It's supposed to be a space firefighter something game? Listen, the problem with this, I guess, studio is that they're trying to take the beloved concepts of yesteryear, space firefighters and sexy lady fighting dinosaurs. They're trying to take those concepts and make them their own. Inherently, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to have the skills to, pay the bill. You know what I mean? They can't. They just don't have it. They can't do it. And the space firefighter things, what the old game of that was of course Burning Rangers. Hello, Sonic Team. What are y'all doing? Can we make a Burning Rangers remake? Futurize, modernize the controls, graphics, and all this. I want to see what y'all could do with Burning Rangers now, or just make a remake. Just remake it. Remake it like how they do the games in whatchamacallit. Capcom over there. Wow, this person gave it a 1 out of what? That's a 0. Okay, wow. That's 38. Okay. COG Connected gave it a 55. That's the highest score. The highest score is a 55. That's an F, by the way. That's not even a D. For shame. And if you guys don't know, the American... well, of course, most people who listen to this goofy show are American. There are a couple of Brits. I don't know how the scholastic scoring is out there. I know you guys get demerits and stuff. I think I'm just watching too many Harry Potters. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what's all these 10s here? Is a solid game. Good game. Wow. It's like, was that 3 10s? And then, let's fall off a cliff. Where are the rest of, really? So the 2 and the 3 brought it down. That's a shame. Now those, positive reviews, mixed reviews, negative reviews. Positive reviews are only these. Oh, there's a lot of 10s. Look at this. Bunch of ponies. Ooh, IGN gave it a 40. Push quicker. Saudi Gamer. I don't know who they are. So, Noisy Pixel gave it a 20. But anyway, the point is that this game is trash. And, I mean, I saw a bunch of camera angles with a big booty in it, and I was like, okay. So how's it play? And then every other scene that they showed was velociraptors attacking, and I'm like, okay. And like inherently, like if you just look at this game, you're like, is it bad? I don't know. Does it look? Honestly, that font kind of looked like 2006 real quick. Oh, there's a velociraptor. Velociraptor. Kaslapper Plapter. Really? That's what kind of gun she got? Oh, them physics is still kind of okay. That's a good way to get rid of the geometry. But people saying, "Oh, it's an asset flip, asset flip, acid flip. It's an asset flip, and it's a it's this and that and the third." See her booty. Her booty is always in frame. Now y'all can't see it because it's cut off. Because I don't want to get demonetized. I'm not even monetized, so I don't care. But I see the booty. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it. Wow. She's got a yeah. Anyway, I was about to say something bad. Yeah. So I watched someone review this thing, and they went through the whole game basically, and like. Is it the last boss, or it's close to the last boss, and it looks like it's like a humanoid dinosaur monster thing, and it looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme as the Predator. If y'all don't know, when originally Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to be the Predator, and he had this goofy suit where it had like a big like lizard head on it and stuff, and it was like all red and stuff. But they were gonna do like the invisibility thing with the red. And it literally looked exactly like, it wasn't red, but it looked exactly like the Jean-Claude Van Damme Predator suit. And I was like, wow. I was like, y'all can't. I mean, y'all are biting everything. I don't even know where you get those assets. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I think this looks better than their first game. Look, booties and look at this. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, I think that they thought, it's very shiny. I think that they thought that if they put booty in all the shots, then it would sell. I mean, maybe on Steam, maybe if it was like $5 or something, but this game is like $50. Nobody's gonna pay $50 for a goofy game. Look, the white paint's on it. I guess you're supposed to push it or. Yeah, And so this game represents the hot trash garbage that is the PlayStation exclusive narrative. You know? That's what it is. It's like, oh, PlayStation's got exclusives. Oh, another game skips Xbox. I haven't heard that in a while. You know why? Because not too many games skip Xbox. Because if they do, then it's probably not a good game. Because Xbox, they be like, do we want that game? They probably like, presented the game and say, hey, we want it certified to put it on Xbox. And they're like, yeah, no. This is not a game. What is this again? What is this called? Violent oppression? What is it? Code discretionary tail? What is this called? I don't remember. Listen, you come back in a year when you actually finish the game, when you have original artwork, when you're not just asset flipping Unreal Engine. I don't even know if this is Unreal Engine. It probably is. Look, dude, y'all see it? 38. I can't make this up. I'm not making stuff up. Look. PlayStation 5 has been trashed since day one. They've gotten away and they fooled a lot of the public, conned, if you will, in making them believe that the PlayStation 5 is just the greatest thing ever. But it's not. And this is an example why it's not. Because, not that the game itself is bad, yes. Why is it exclusive, right? Did Sony pay for exclusivity, or did the developer say, we're going to just put it on PlayStation because that's all we can afford to make? And it's bad. And PlayStation allowed it. They allowed this game. Remember when Cyberpunk was broke? Oh, they kicked that junk right off. I'm like, Cyberpunk versus this. Really? You're going to kick off Cyberpunk, but not this? This is still chilling on the... And guess what Sony does? Guess what Sony won't give you? They won't give you a refund because of their asinine refund policy, which there is no refund policy. They don't give refunds. You download the game. You that's it. Yeah, that's it. You don't even have to open the app. You don't even have to play it for 1 second. You downloaded it, no refund. How does that work? That's insane. And the fact that you Donkey Unicorns and you Ponies aren't putting your foot down and saying something about it means y'all just bending over dry. That's what you're doing. Because you're letting them get away with it. For years, it's been this way. And what you going to do about it? You bought it already. It's too late. You can't. You bought it. It downloaded. It's yours. Have fun with that 38. You can't. You know, it's like, yo, the problem, one of the major problems with Donkey Unicorns and Ponies right now is that they're kind of protecting and they're cheerleading for this corporation, right? That's one problem. But the problem is that no matter what this corporation does, PlayStation, Sony, no matter how they treat their customers like shite day in and day out, have a subpar service compared to the competition, Xbox, have a subpar console compared to price to performance, Pistol Tech Fire Potato, y'all let it slide. You don't say anything. And so when you don't say anything, they're going to keep bending you over. Dry. That's what you're getting. And you deserve every pump of it. That was gross. Okay, I take it. Went too far. Sorry. But still, I'm like, look, man, if we want to change, if we want to have effective change in the industry, because obviously they don't care. They're just like, yep, price is going up. Yep. Oh, we're not going to sell that. Oh, price is going up. Price is going up. We have no say, right? We have no say. Yes, we have say. What we do is we stop buying their shite. That's what we do. We say, hey, PS6. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that. Why? Because it's trash, hot trash garbage. And y'all haven't done enough with the PS5 yet. So we're just going to stay on this. And then their sales go zoop. You notice everybody's sales is down. So while the media is focusing on, oh, Xbox sales are low, Xbox sales are down, the playground, next playground box, whatever call, it outsold the Xbox. Meanwhile, it outsold the PlayStation 5 as well. See, stop leaving out information. And it's an indication that people are willing to spend $250, but they're not going to get you $750 for a Pistol Tech 5 Potato. Nobody wants to. And like for Xbox 2 terabyte, nah, bro. 800? I mean, I don't know. That's what I've heard. I haven't looked myself to see if it was 800, but damn. And that's RAM, right? No, it's not RAM. It's the memory. But I think the 1 terabyte is $699, right? I think. So it's a hot mess, but like I said in previous videos, the industry is too big and too strong to, for lack of a better term, to fail. There's too much money in it. Now, will these giant corporations lose a little bit of money? Possibly, because of this AI stuff? Maybe. You know, it depends on if they can actually figure out a way to monetize the AI server farms that they're building. I don't see how they can. I mean, yes, generally speaking, it's all connected to Google. It's connected to Bing or what's it called now? Edge. All the various OSs, not OSs, those things. search engines. Now, some search engines don't have AI, I believe. I don't think DuckDuckGo, was that what it's called? Excuse me. But once again, like I said before, AI isn't the bad guy. The bad guy are the corporations. So AI is just an inanimate object that we have created as a tool to do things, which has been in existence for decades, probably close to 100 years. Not 100 years yet, but we're creeping up on a 100-year mark of some sort of AI. Rudimentary as it was back in the day, still counts. I would have to look up like the first kind of what they consider AI. That'd be interesting. A little history of AI. But one thing I do think is that I think AI is getting a bad reputation, and it has to do with Microsoft's push, not because they're bad, but it's because the perception of Microsoft and what everyone is kind of ascribing to Microsoft, and then to AI because they have Copilot. But I don't hear anybody saying the same thing about Grok. They're just like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, Grok, blah blah. They just say it like, oh yeah, it's AI. It's all the same. Copilot, Grok, was it Gemini? Google has or is that Samsung? I don't even know. This is Samsung, and then Google has whatever that. I'm like, look, all these different AIs are the same. Okay, some of them have different language models, blah blah, but it's all the same, you know. And so, like how I said in the last video, how I want to create my own local AI server here, so that I can control the learning of the AI, the input. And I can create whatever I want. I could create a buddy, like, yo, this is my AI buddy. Chauncey is his name. And he'd have a cool voice. And maybe I'd create, like, I've come up with a voice for Chauncey, and then I'd read, like, a 5-minute speech in that voice. And then it would sound like the voice that I say, instead of, grabbing a voice from the internet. And that's the whole thing. I want to be able to create all these aspects of the AI. And that's kind of cool. Because you're like, oh, snap. And then you just start drawing. You do a little draws. And like, yo, this is what he looks like. And it's like, So it's got some wheels in my brain turning. But I do not want to do like generative on the internet AI. No. That's a path of don't come back from. That's words. That's not. I don't even want to think about doing stuff like that, because AI, first of all, lies to you. It will tell you what you want to hear. So when you do a AI search and you ask them a question, it has like presumptions that it'll tell you what you want to hear, as opposed to telling you the truth. You would have to specifically indicate that you want a non-biased truth from the AI, because if you don't, it will tell you what you want to hear. It's like, is PlayStation the best console in the world, in the history of the world? And it's like, yeah, PlayStation is really good. It's the best in the world. It's like, see, I told you. I said PlayStation. And then I remember I was listening to Dirt and them, and they said, I forgot who it was. Somebody on one of those fanboys, one of those ponies. Maybe it was a Donkey Unicorn. I don't remember. But he asked Grok in AI, what's the best console out of the two, PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X? And Grok said Xbox Series X because of the features and this and that, and like a whole bunch of list of reasons why. And he got mad. He started arguing with it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty funny. So shout out to Dirt, and shout out to, I forgot who it was that actually did that, but they posted it up, and I was like, all right, that's funny. But once again, we're gonna navigate through this AI thing together. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's just something we gotta kind of go through and figure out. We gotta figure out where to put it. Now, I'm not saying we're gonna figure out its place in everything. No, we're gonna put it somewhere, and that's where it's gonna stay, because ultimately, AI lives and thrives off of us. If we don't use it, it's gonna disappear. That's how it works. So if you don't want AI to exist, then you just don't use it. It's kind of hard, because they kind of try to implement it into everything. But some of the things that AI is creating is interesting, and it's entertaining and all that stuff. So I think there is a use for it, but I don't think it's the end of the world when it comes to, if you're talking about the video game industry as a whole in general. I think this whole corporate greed stuff is destroying things even worse than AI could ever. So, but we'll see. I'm not I'm not worried about that stuff. But games like this though, where's the booty shot? It's like all booty shots. Booty, look at her booty, it's so bootyful, with her booty in the booty. You know what? This game is not good, says everyone. Anyway, But yeah, so the moral of the story for you donkey unicorns and ponies is don't hype up every exclusive before you really understand what the game is. Because this, I haven't seen a game score this low in a long time. And if you just go by the graphics, you're like, oh, it looks cool. She got a juicy booty. It's juiculating. It's shiny juicy. It's nice. She's not bad looking, kind of, sorta, maybe. The dinosaurs look cool. I mean, I don't know. 10 out of 11. It's incredible. 11 out of 10. It's everything I wanted. PlayStation. I mean, Slop Station. Yeah. But once again, there was a game for the PlayStation 4, I believe it was called Black Tiger something myth something. I forgot what it was called. It was the worst. It was so bad. This game is a 10 out of 10 compared to that game. This is about a tiger and you're running around and you swipe. It was the stupidest game. I was like, why does this game exist? Why is it on PlayStation? How is PlayStation allowing this game on their console? And they never took it off. It's like, okay, you take Cyberpunk off, but you leave this trash on? You take Cyberpunk off, and you leave Code Violet up there with the 38 just smiling at you? Come on, son. There's something, I don't know, maybe the Black Tiger myth, whatever it's called. Maybe I'm gonna look at that game. What's that game called? I gotta let me see if I gotta look it up over here. What's it called? Blur. I gotta keep every time I do that. It always Black Tiger on PS4. No, that's not it. That's not the right game. Wait, that does look like Life of Black Tiger. That's it. Okay, that's it. Hold up. 3.3. Okay, hold up. It's $10. Wow. Okay, hold up. They got screenshots? Of course they don't have screenshots. Okay, Life of Black Tiger. Okay. So now that we know what it's called, let's look up the Metacritic score. Sorry, I suck at typing. Sorry, my thing keeps blooping and blopping. There it is. Life of Black to be determined. What? It came out. Oh, they didn't give it a score. Cause it sucks. Life of Black Tiger is a massive piece of shite. Also, it has multiplayer. It gave it a 10? Wait. Oh, a 10 out of 100, right? Oh, wow. They didn't even give it a Metacritic score because they only have 4 reviews. Wow. Worst game I ever played. Worst background sound. Worst graphics. Just worse. There's no video? Okay, we gotta find a video. We gotta find a video of Life of Black Tiger. Wow. Oh, man. Maybe there's you see, this is Black Tiger. I don't know when the video paused, but this is Black Tiger, and this is trash, and I don't even, okay, let's go forward a little bit. But basically, you're running around as a Black Tiger, and it's dumb, and this game is on the PlayStation 4. And they're like, oh, this is such a good game. See, games like that, games like freaking Code Veronica. You see how they say Code? They did Code Violet. It's supposed to be like Code Veronica. You see how they think they slick. They trying to do a Dino Crisis. They think they slick, but it didn't work. But anyway, I'm sorry. I appreciate y'all hanging on shows, listening, like and subscribe. Hit me in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Code Violet and why it's so trashy. Why? Why does PlayStation continue to give their customers trash? The Donkey Unicorns and the Ponies. They can't protect. They can't move the goalposts to make this game any better than it actually is because it is not good at all. You know, I mean, you could look at the booty for six. I think it's a 6 hour game. Look at her booty for 6 hours and say, "Yeah, I got my $50 worth." I mean, you know what? There might be somebody that's like just like that, and they say, "I like to look at her booty." 6 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Sorry, but yes, this is I look. Will Wolverine be better? Of course it will. Will Soros be better? Of course it will. I say Soros will be a little bit better than Soros will be better. I don't think Soros was gonna be all that, to be honest. I think the first Returnal got a lot of hype because it was original, and now that original fragrance is gone, so Soros is just a palette swap of Returnal, gender swap, palette swap, whatever you want to call it. Same game, different colors. So, yeah, you're not fooling us. And Wolverine, I don't think it's going to be as good as everybody. Everybody's praying, and I'm like, y'all don't understand that Spider-Man as a character, as an IP, is way greater than Wolverine. If you notice, right, Wolverine, when you look at, as far as like you look at the movies themselves, right, the most popular Wolverine movie was Logan, okay, and it's because of basically the supporting cast and also what type of movie it was, and it was Wolverine, old man. It was basically old man Logan and Weapon. What was she? X-23, right? His daughter, whatever, right? And so that dynamic right there, plus with Xavier's, the father of the father, whatever. That whole thing is what made that. And there's a couple of scenes that were like, oh, snap, that was dope. But Wolverine as a character himself is not that. I mean, he's intriguing, he's interesting. But what made him cool is just snicked and he'd be killing everybody. And he did that in the movie, right? He did that in Logan. But you go back and you say, okay, what about the other Wolverine movie? And it's like, it was all right. When he went to Japan with the samurai, with the silver samurai dude and whatever. It was all right. X-Men's Origins Wolverine. Remember that one? That was bad. And so you look at the worst Spider-Man movie out of the Raimi and then the Webb. I forgot his name. Something Webb. And then the new stuff with Tom Holland. So you look at Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. What's the worst out of all of those? And I'll tell you, the worst Spider-Man movie is better than the worst Wolverine movie. The worst Spider-Man movie, by the way, is arguably, I would say, Spider-Man 3. It's hard. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was, I don't know. I'm going to say Spider-Man 3. I'm going to say that because that was, anyway, point is, Spider-Man as IP, Spider-Man as a character is more relatable to many more people, many more young people, because Spider-Man is a kid, basically. Not now in the continuity, but he is a kid. He is a high schooler. He gets bit by a spider, blah, blah, blah. All these kids can relate, like, oh, man, he's just like me. I'm a nerd. I ain't got no friends, and people make fun of me, and then we deep, right? That's what it is. But how many people can relate to Logan? By the way, thank you, I forgot who it was in the chat, corrected me on Logan's name. It was it James Howlett or something? I'm forgetting already. Thanks for correcting me, but I forgot. Something like that. But I'm like, and the thing is, I like Wolverine, but I like him because he fights real good and he sticks his claws and stuff, paws. And so, like, when he fights the Hulk, or when he fights, and like, if you think about, like, Deadpool and Wolverine, and this is not about, like, the movies, it's about the characters, right? So you think about Deadpool and Wolverine, right? It's a different take on Wolverine, but still, it's still Wolverine, right? What made that movie good? Wolverine was cool, but it was Deadpool. Deadpool with his jokes. and all of these, and then Blade, that made it cool too. And then when Johnny Storm popped up, that was kind of cool too. So all the things around how they put that together to support, now they can do that with the game, but inherently Wolverine itself, it's cool. He's cool, but they're going to have a hell of a supporting cast in that game in order to even come close to what Spider-Man. And then I think the main problem is that Spider-Man and Wolverine are two different characters, two different personalities, so their games cannot be similar in that way. Obviously the traversal isn't the same. And Wolverine doesn't crack jokes. He just says, "Hey, bub," and then he slices your face off. You know what I'm saying? And Spider-Man's telling jokes and flippins and flipping flappins and stuff. And he's a goofy kid. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, man, Insomniac's the best," and I'm like, yo, they came up with a very bad game. I totally forgot what it's called. I was going to say Fuel, but it's not Fuel. Let me see if I can find it real quick, though. Make sure we still recording. Yeah, we're still recording. 1 second. Let me see if I can find that Insomniac game. Insomniac games. Stormland What? They have games? Fuse, that's it. That's the game. Fuse is the game. That was trash. Trashy. Trash cone. It was so bad. They gonna give me a picture? Oh, okay. All right. That's stupid. Let me get some images. Let's see. I gotta be careful because this thing be tripping. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm done. Anyway, Fuse was the game that Insomniac made. Y'all don't remember it because it was trash. It was bad. Nobody remembers it. And that's a good thing because it wasn't good. So, yeah. You don't think that they can make a bad game. They had one in them. And it was a multi-plat game, and it was trash. Come on, son. I played the demo. I was like, what is... Yeah, nah, I'm done. Turned it off. I was like, man, I ain't playing this junk. It was not good. So I just hope Wolverine isn't another Fuse. I'm just saying the possibility is there. They are not perfect. They have not have a perfect record. This could be their second failure. I doubt it, but it could kind of flop. I'm just saying. But anyway, rambles aside, I appreciate y'all. Once again, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about the code. You don't need to say what you think about it, because we all know it's hot trash number. But I appreciate it. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Until tweet.